Hey, welcome back to Two Old Crows Homestead. Michelle and I drove up to Paducah to the National Quilt Museum, and we're going to take you inside and show you some of the exhibits. So the quilts that they have here at the Quilt Museum are truly works of art. This is a quilt made out of fabric, and I mean all quilts are made out of fabric, but I wanted to show that like this is layered to where it looks dimensional. Like her arm is like standing out. It's the coolest thing. People are so talented. And then here's one that's sunflowers. It's beautiful. Even if you're not really into quilts, this is really an amazing place just to visit, to see the artwork and the talent of some of the people. I mean, of the people who are making these. They're just beautiful. Check this one out. From afar, it looks like a picture. But it's actually individual pieces put together. It's beautiful. Oh my God, I love this. Wouldn't that be awesome, hanging in a cabin? It's just beautiful. I didn't realize, and Michelle just brought it to my attention standing back from this quilt is a computer motherboard. It's just so cool. So they have an exhibit here right now called the Fiber Totems, and they're quilts that are just made into like totem poles. They're absolutely beautiful. Here's one that is called Wondrous Journey. It looks like aquatic, marine life. And then Dear Mother. And then this one is My Life is a Traveling Circus. That is cute. I love this one. It's called Dead Tree. So this is the dead tree. Look at this squirrel. A little butterfly. There's a woodpecker. And all of this, the tree actually looks like it's made out of like tweed or something, like an old sports jacket. It's so cool. And this one's called Dreaming, the girl holding the moon. Look, it's a rooster. And there's a cow and a goat. What is this one called? Hill Haven Farm Totem. So this one's really cute. It's called The Escape Aid Ends 2019. Here's the missing cat, and the cat's actually on top of the post. Then we have this one that's called My Journey. I think it's just like someone's life. There's like Game of Thrones at the top, and Avatar, St. Louis, maybe places they've been and things they've seen from different years of their life. This is pretty cool. This is The Escape. Dreams of the past, hopes for the future. These are just beautiful. And then this one, I really like this, the cactus. It's called Many Moons to Bloom. And then we have the Invisible Tears. Looks like a mermaid. So the two quilts I'm getting ready to show you were done by Dawn Amos. It says that she draws an image, a full-size image, and uses reverse applique and freezer paper applique, and she creates her pictorial quilts. She dyes most of her fabrics, and she's a self-taught dyeing skills. This is amazing. Look at this quilt. I mean, I'm just blown away. It's beautiful. And even the individual pieces of fabric. To even take those colors and create a face, it's just beautiful. And then this is the other one that she did. They're so pretty. I mean, they're beyond pretty. True artwork. This one is called The Beginnings. Look at this eagle. They're just absolutely beautiful. This is a quilt by Barbara Barber. It's called Goto and Friends. I wanted to show you this little fawn, even the little pieces to have the spots to make it show that it's a fawn, and all of the detail that goes into this squirrel. Those are all individual pieces of fabric. It's just absolutely beautiful. So this quilt is called Phoenix Rising. Beautiful colors. And this one, what is this one called? The Great American Elk. I'm going to stand back so you can see the whole thing first. But then I want to show you. This is almost like how you make a rag quilt. So the seams are on the outside. See that? It's absolutely beautiful.
19,500 3/4-inch squares and over 1,200 hours to piece it together.
Oh my God. The quilt consists of 19,500. So that's all of these little bitty pieces. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. So this quilt is called Endangered, a lemur's tail, like T-A-L-E. I want to show you the way that they get it to look like there's hairs. It's all the quilting that's done. Check that out. So it makes it look like you can actually see their fur. And check out the tail. And then even down here at the bottom, it's like
cotton silk,
dimensional.
applique, free motion quilted, thread painted, fabric painted.
It's beautiful.
Sorry.
Michelle just pointed out the border. So this kind of looks like a rock wall going up this. Now that looks like a tree, doesn't it? Like in the rainforest. And then down here at the bottom, these are all, you can see it much better on the video actually. These are all individual trees that are quilted into that piece of fabric. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. So this quilt is by Pat Hawley and Sue Nichols. It's the Beatles. And this is beautiful, y'all. So up at the top you see it's the Beatles 1962 to 1970. But I want to show you, so like this, the Yellow Submarine, and then what was this? All of these blocks has the end, like this is Paul McCartney's, this is John Lennon's. George Harrison and Ringo Starr is down here. Let's see. There's a block for England, and then we've got just some of the ones we have. There is Eleanor Rigsby. There's another one over here that's Penny Lane. I haven't been able to figure out all of them. Where did oh, here we go. Here's Penny Lane. There's just a bunch of different blocks for their songs. Down here you've got guitars and all the flowers across the bottom. This is beautiful. I mean, this is just beautiful. So this exhibit is old cars. And remember, these are made out of fabric. These are quilts that people have created. How cool is that? Yeah, they kind of have, they've used like metallic type fabrics in most of them. So here's a Chevy, and then we have a Buick, a Dodge, a Grand, what is that, Gran Torino, a Dodge, 396 jet or turbojet. There's a Ford, Fairlane, another Ford. These are so cool. Y'all, I just had to show you, this quilt is actually called Your Call is Important to Us. He got the skeleton sitting there with a cell phone in his hand. This is hilarious. So this exhibit is the quilted swing coats. These are so pretty. Wow, love this blue. This is beautiful. This one is about Ruby Doris Smith Robinson. It says that she was the bridge between the civil rights movement and the Black Power movement. This is so beautiful. The workmanship is extraordinary. So this coat is about Carlotta Walls. It says that she was the youngest to walk the hall. In 1957, I was the youngest of 9 Negro students who integrated Central High School in Little Rock, Arkansas. We were known as the Little Rock Nine. I endured being kicked, pushed, spit upon, and verbally abused every day. I was escorted by armed guards to classes. I never fought back. My name is Carlotta Walls, and I graduated from Little Rock Central High School in 1960. Fannie Lou Hamer, Freedom Farms Cooperative. Wow, that is beautiful. All of these quilted swing coats were made by this woman, Patricia Montgomery, and they all highlight women of the civil rights movement, and they are absolutely beautiful. The stories they tell are incredible. So this is one of my favorite parts of this museum. This is the miniature quilt display, and I'll get close up and show you some of these, but they are, I don't think they're over, I think like this one, well no, I guess those are probably the biggest ones in here, and they look like they're probably 18 inches by 18 inches. This one looks like it might be 12 by 18, and this one's probably 12 by 12, but all of these pieces are individually sewn in there, and then it's quilted. Like, check out this. It's like a pineapple quilt block. That's all. So this one is, it looks like it might be about 15 by 18 or something like that. And it has all of these individual little blocks, like this one. The talent in this just blows my mind. These are actually miniature quilts on miniature doll furniture. They're just beautiful. The intricacy of the quilting. All of that stippling, look at that. They're beautiful. This is probably, I think the size of this one is about 8 by 8 inches, it looks like. And again, you can see all of the little individual pieces that go into each block. Like, I don't even know how they do this. It would make my head hurt. Such talent. So this quilt was made by Tammy Hashida. It's called the Gold Wedding. And let me step back so I can show you the whole thing. And then I'll zoom in on some parts. It's beautiful. But this quilt is actually, like some of the quilts here you'll find are hand quilted and some are machine quilted. This quilt is actually hand quilted. I can zoom in so you can see the stitching there. These are all hand quilted, or this quilt is hand quilted. And she did an absolutely fabulous job. Look at that. Look at that work. Unbelievable. I can't imagine the hours it took to create this. And this is the last quilt I'm going to show you. This is by Judith Phelps. It's called The Value of Gears. It is actually made from cotton, metal gears, machine piece, machine quilted, and thread painted. Let me just back up and I'll show you, and then I'll zoom in. Very cool quilt. And it actually has metal gears sewn into it. Very neat. This has all been quilted on a machine. Very talented. So I think that I'm going to make this video a separate video from our weekend video, just because there's so much here that I want to show. So if you just want to come and look at the quilt stuff that I have on here, you'll be able to see that. I highly recommend you come to the National Quilt Museum. Michelle, what'd you think about it?
Thumbs up.
Come and see it. It's not an expensive, what did we pay? Was it? Yeah, it's like $12 to come in and tour the place. And they have different exhibits that stay, you know, for a period of time or whatever, but it is absolutely worth your time. Even if you're not a quilt person, if you just like to come and look at art, it is absolutely beautiful artwork here. I highly recommend it. Talk to you later. Bye. Yeah, God bless you. Have a great day.